So you guys can tell, my wife and I absolutely love Hilton Honors, Hilton Hotels, Hilton credit cards, and for many years we've used them to supplement all of our vacations, all of our travels. And I think we just devised a plan to guarantee a lot of future vacations by getting some more Hilton Honors credit cards in some unique ways and some little tricks and strategies to get like an insane amount of points very quickly. And so one of the cards that we love the most is the Hilton Surpass card. You can kind of see it in there. And
Where?
so that's what you're going to do today, right? You're applying for a Hilton Surpass card. And that's what, I'm going to leave all these in, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
And that's why today she's going to be applying for another Hilton Surpass card, right?
Yep. Don't leave that one.
So, you know what? Let me explain to the folks what strategy we're going through, how powerful it's going to be, how we're going to guarantee 5 to 7 nights in a different country next year, and then come on back for the watch me apply, and you can apply on your behalf.
Fair enough.
All right, take care.
Take care.
So she'll be back, but I wanted to talk about something really interesting, something she found, something I found, and something I want to do together. Now, right before we filmed this video, I actually applied for my own Hilton Surpass card. I either made a video on it or I'm intertwining it to here. All right, let's agree and submit application, baby. Let's see. Let's see. My first time doing this. Let's see. Let's see. Who knows? Does that mean we're approved though? Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to possibly intertwine it all together, but in this strategy, if we do it all correctly, we should earn ourselves close to maybe 350,000 Hilton Honors points with 2 free night certificates, about $100 to $200 worth of restaurant food credits, and also about 2 vacations in maybe a decent and 1 awesome destination. So let's get into it. So essentially the first thing is, well, one, I just got approved for my Hilton Surpass card. Does that mean we're approved though? Oh my goodness. This offer right here, 3K spend within 6 months. And remember 6 months because this comes into the strategy a little bit later, but 130,000 points and a free night award. Now, I guess right off the bat, one thing that you guys might be considering is that, well, Anthony, I know you and your wife both have the Hilton Surpass card. We know you both have had it, but we also know that American Express has what's considered the once per lifetime rule. So as it states right here, you may not be eligible to receive the welcome offer if you have or have had this card and or previous versions of the Surpass card. But essentially, American Express has the once per lifetime rule, meaning between now and the rest of your life, you're only getting 1 welcome offer on all of your American Express credit cards. And then you might be wondering, like, Anthony, you're still here, you're still living, right? You didn't go through the secret method of like passing away and reincarnating to get here to be eligible to have another lifetime. So this way you can get another welcome offer, right? No, I didn't go through reincarnation. So how am I actually bypassing this and getting another welcome offer between both of us? Well, it was something that was alluded to me by not only Luke's Points and Miles when he talked about getting his Amex Gold card via one of these links that allowed him to get a second welcome offer on his Gold card, which I thought was a powerful reason. But then also the Venture Capital Discord, where we have a whole section for these specific links that allow you to bypass and get around the no lifetime language. You can see right here, no lifetime language offers. And so remember how we just saw on the typical website where you have this language right here? Well, if you were to go on Doctor of Credit, which is right here, and you click on one of the offers for these particular cards, like the Hilton Surpass, again, 130K with 1 free night, scroll down to the rates and fees, you can actually see where it says offer terms. There is no other language here like it is on the regular website. It just has the offer terms and nothing else, thus that being a no lifetime language link. And not only does it allow you to get a welcome offer again on the exact same card you may have had before, but it also, in a number of folks, have allowed you to get out of pop-up jail, which we know is when you go to apply for an Amex credit card, a little pop-up shows up and it says, oh, you're not eligible for the welcome offer for a myriad of different reasons. Well, this type of link also technically gets you around pop-up jail very, very often. And for many years, I've known about this, but never really spoke about them publicly. I never actually took advantage of them because, as they always mention, like, be cautious with these links because, well, I remember seeing warnings many years ago mentioning like, oh, don't use lifetime language offer if it's not meant for you. Amex has been known to shut down accounts and take away points from those who have abused such offers, which I remember as early as, I think, 2019 up until 2021 was the last time I saw anything about it, but about Amex shutdowns apparently related to using these types of links. However, when you actually look into it a little bit more, a lot of it ends up being like people who know people who work at Amex branches and getting those links specifically for them, and those being people getting shut down and then just complaining on the internet. So some people say there's risk, some people say there's no risk. risk, I tend to be in the middle, maybe towards the risky side, where I don't really like to toy with them, but in this case, I'm willing to go for it. But I also factor in, considering Doctor of Credit and Danny the Deal Guru are pushing these out here, these huge blogs who have a lot of readers. I'm like, okay, if they're pushing it out there, maybe it's fine. I don't know. But again, that's the risk. Do at your own risk. I'm just saying what I'm doing, what works for us, our risk tolerance. You got to do your own due diligence at home for you. And so that's the first part of this strategy is, well, one, I got approved for this card. Two, she's going to come back a little bit later to apply for her own. And right off the bat, if we just hit both welcome offers, we're going to have 260,000 points and 2 free night certificates, which should actually guarantee us probably about a cool 5 to 7 days in most Hilton hotels around the world. I know she's been wanting to go for Greece for a little bit of time, so I'm starting to factor that in for our birthdays next year around May. And so another thing you guys might be wondering is, well, okay, cool, you get the free night certificate, but I heard, because I downloaded your free night certificate guide down in the pinned comment below. So yeah, if you want my full guide on maximizing free night certificates, down in the pinned comment, click on that, join it, and you get all future private newsletters as well. But in there, it states that free night awards actually expire 1 year after issuance. So if I got the free night certificate today in my email, March 16th, 2025, it will expire March 16th, 2026. And yes, you do need to use your free night certificate and actually do the stay prior to expiration date. You can't just book it out for a year after the expiration date. You need to do the stay prior to it expiring. However, if you look at the welcome offers right now, it's 6 months to hit $3,000 to spend to get the free night certificate and the points as well. So if you just delay how long you hit the welcome offer, you're effectively delaying the expiration date on your free night certificate. For example, if we are approved today, March 16th, and for some reason we wait, say, maybe 5 months to hit the welcome offer, which we might consider doing, that essentially means that I will end up getting the free night certificate when I finish the spend 5 months from now, aka August. And thus, our free night certificates would then therefore expire next August, even though we applied for the card today in March. And that's why I think it's really powerful, especially since a lot of these flights that we're looking at to actually get like business class flights abroad all tend to be about a year out. It's actually better off to just delay getting these free nights. So this way you're kind of guaranteeing that you'll be able to use it in the time frame that you're looking to travel as well. And you don't necessarily need to scramble immediately to hit the welcome offer to get the business class flight. You can kind of take your time. So I'm kind of speaking from my own personal situation at the moment, but something to consider if you want to delay that free night certificate. So this way it does not expire and you have to scramble, which a lot of people do. Again, in that free night certificate guide, I also outline exactly how to extend your free night certificates by about 2 to 4 weeks. So definitely click on that if you want to learn how to extend it as well. But typically you just, you call up Hilton and say, hey, I want to extend it, and they should let you. And so that's the first part of the strategy, and amassing a lot of points on a lot of free night certificates to ensure a future awesome vacation. The second thing is something that I've done in the past and am now going to do again, which is in her email, she just got this. Maybe you guys have gotten it before, but something that looks like this: Hilton Grand Vacations, an offer to stay with them in one of their timeshare properties. Now, I know whenever you hear timeshare, you always get a little bit worried. You're like, oh, what's the deal here? Is a timeshare, is it a scam? And well, timeshares, I find, are one of the most lucrative ways to earn a lot of points and miles without any real work. Now, for example, this one right here, it's actually a little cheaper. This is just an old screenshot from somebody, but essentially we just got an offer of $229 for the entire stay. 4 days, 3 nights in Hilton Head Island. We have just been talking about going to Hilton Head Island out in Charleston, and we could do a 3 night getaway, as they say here, for just $229. And if we sit through the 2 hour timeshare presentation, which honestly, they let you go a little bit earlier, usually like an hour, hour and a half. It's not that bad. I actually did it last year in Vegas, me and my good friend Calby, for a timeshare, literally about an hour before our wedding. So go figures. We ended up getting 100,000 points for staying for that timeshare presentation. So in this case, if we stay for the timeshare, we'll end up getting 75,000 Hilton Honors points just by going and sitting through that hour, hour and a half presentation, which I think is well worth it. So not only are we spending $200 to stay for 4 days in this nice location, it would be, be a mini vacation, it'd be nice. But we're also guaranteeing 75,000 Hilton Honors points on top of the welcome offers that we would get. So 260,000 plus 75,000. Factor in a little bit of spend here and there. We're going to be closing in on about 350,000 Hilton Honors points and again, 2 free night certificates. So just as an example, this is a hotel that I just booked a couple of nights ago with my Hilton Honors points, the last of them. 120,000 points, the Palazzo Manfredi overlooking the Coliseum. It's pretty amazing. I'm really excited for it. But theoretically, with this 350,000, 360,000 points we would earn from these welcome offers and the Hilton timeshare, theoretically, you could spend 5 nights completely for free in this particular hotel. Obviously, less the cost of the annual fees of $300 for the Hilton Honors Surpass cards. So, just as an example, that's what's made possible with these points. And so, theoretically, if we did end up wanting to go to Greece next year, next summer, something like that, granted that there is award availability, you could actually find that you can actually stay again for like 5 nights plus in a lot of these different hotels, depending on where you go and stuff like that. I haven't even researched it into it fully, but I'm just looking at some of the options here and they look pretty interesting. So, that's pretty powerful. So, if you have any offers for Hilton timeshares, I definitely recommend it. I think it's very easy to go say no a billion times. You don't want any packages whatsoever. You sit there for an hour and a half, and then they'll end up giving you the points. Usually, they actually populate within like an hour after finishing the presentation, oddly enough. And I have a whole video breaking down my timeshare experience with Calby in Vegas last year as well. So, also, like I said earlier, it's a lot of value, but you also have to factor in the annual fees, right? So, the annual fees between my wife and I, if we get both cards, that's $300 between the both of us for this first year. And it might seem like a lot off the bat, but the amount of value we're getting back from the welcome offer and free net certificates alone, that's powerful. But even if you wanted to justify it further and why I actually make a lot of videos talking about the Surpass card, why I think it's like one of the best keeper cards for most people out there, is well, one, you're getting Hilton Gold status. And I often say that Hilton Gold status is kind of worth its weight in gold for the very simple fact that if you are traveling, at least domestically in the United States, you're going to be getting something called the Hilton Honors Elite Daily Food and Beverage Credit. So it just depends. So if like you're at a Waldorf Astoria, an LXR brand, a Conrad, and you have 2 guests on your reservation, so you and your wife, you're going to be getting $50 per day. That's right, per day towards the on-site restaurant, for breakfast, dinner, what have you. So that is pretty powerful. And I've stayed a lot of different nights in Hilton hotels where this more than offset the annual fee of the Hilton Surpass card. For example, like we stayed at a Tapestry once for about 5 days, and we got $30 every single day. So 5 days times $30 a day is $150, which, what do you know, is the annual fee on the Surpass already paid for just by gold status alone. And then if this is international, you'll be getting something called continental breakfast. So it depends on the hotel chain and what they offer. But that in itself is pretty powerful depending on where you're traveling more often. But then also something you guys might have a sore subject right now on, which is the $200 Hilton statement credit on the Hilton Surpass card. Now, we know we get $50 every single quarter. So every 3 months, $50 to be used towards a Hilton portfolio. So if you just were to book a Hilton hotel in cash with your Hilton Surpass card, every 3 months, you're going to be getting $50 back towards that hotel stay. So that's pretty cool, but I actually think there's a more powerful way. Now, I know a lot of people love getting their Hilton gift cards, but with the influx of credit card YouTube and everybody going to get these gift cards, well, due to an unforeseen inventory shortage, Hilton gift cards are temporarily suspended. Who knows if they'll come back? We'll see what happens, but I actually think there's a much better way to take advantage of this credit, and that is what's considered prepaying your incidentals at some future hotel stays. Now, depending on the property, some people have issues with this, some people don't. If the property is typically a little bit higher end, you can call them and say, hey, I want to prepay my incidentals, which would be anything like, for example, if I went to go to a Hilton hotel and I had some room service and I said, okay, bill it to the room. That would be considered an incidental, which you would end up paying at checkout at the end of your stay when you go to check out. But technically, if they allow it, you can call the hotel and say, hey, let me prepay those incidentals now. So this way I don't have to worry about them, I guess, when I get to the hotel. And like I said, some will allow, some don't. So always call up the hotel first to see if this is possible. But if it is possible, they will usually email you a link to a form just like this, where it mentions like your name and everything like that, and also amount to be immediately charged to the credit card for the room and taxes or deposit. And so you could be charged today for this credit in this quarter, 3 months from now, do the exact same thing and keep building up those $50 every quarter. So this way, when you go to your grand stay, so like for me, who just booked this Palazzo Manfredi next year, if they allow it, I still have to call them to see, but if they allow it, I could technically in the next 6 months before this trip, build up $100 in dining credits, which I could actually use at the on-site restaurant overlooking the Coliseum. So I think that would be very, very cool and way better than a Hilton gift card would ever be. And since my wife and I are both getting a Surpass card, or if she gets approved, we'll see, knock on wood, that would end up being about $200 that we use towards that hotel or any other Hilton hotel that we have planned in the next year, so long as the hotel allows it once again. And so by the end of this whole strategy, I guess at least in the next 6 months to a year, we should have amassed about 350,000 Hilton Honors points, 2 free night certificates, I guess $200 to $400 in Hilton hotel credits, depending on the time frame. Factoring in who knows how much we're going to get from Hilton dining credits, all for $300 in annual fees. So I think it's really powerful, and that's why I'm opting into getting both of these right now. And before she applies for the card in just a second, when she comes back in, just know that if you've never had the Hilton Surpass card or the no annual fee Hilton card, just know that, I guess, two things. One, currently at this moment, there is no language stating that you have to start with one particular Hilton Honors card or you'll be disqualified from other welcome offers, much like every other Amex card right now. So that language does not exist right now. So technically, you can get the Aspire, the no annual fee, and the Surpass all out of order and still get all 3 welcome offers. Don't know when that will change. And if it does change, that will disallow you to get the welcome offers on all the other cards. It'll work back retroactively. So if I got the Aspire card, then that'll probably kick me out of the Surpass and the no annual fee. Should that language come to the Hilton cards at that point, who knows? But I'm just letting you know that you could get it out of order right now. And so I guess 2 things. If you've never had the card before, you could always use my personal links down in the pinned comment below. Definitely appreciate it. It guarantees more future vacations. And if you do end up using my link or your friend's link or family, whoever's got links, and you go to apply for it and you're in pop-up jail, then theoretically that would be your point where you'd say, you know what, okay, I have crazy risk tolerance, I don't care what happens, okay, maybe I can use these types of links. But again, I always want to throw that risk out there because I think it's a real possibility. Some people say no, I think it's a real possibility, so who knows. And so much appreciated if so. And let's get her in here. Are you ready? All right, well, she's back. What'd you do while I was gone?
Doom scrolled.
Very nice. All right. So, how did you think of our strategy? What do you think of our plan to guarantee some future vacations? Maybe Greece. Obviously, Italy is already booked. What do you think?
What's the plan again? It's the same plan that we always have.
Which is
Apply card.
apply card equal vacation, right?
Yeah.
So let's apply. So what are your data points right now before you apply? Well, one, you've had the Surpass card before. We already talked about these types of links. You are right now, I think, Chase 224. I think you're 224 right now. Maybe 324 after this card if you get approved.
Mm-hmm.
And the last time you applied for a card was Chase Inc. many months ago, and you got denied.
Yeah.
But you haven't applied for an Amex card in a couple of years now, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, let's try it out. So let's click this link. And if you want to double check to make sure everything's correct, you can see right here, earn 130,000 points, 1 free night certificate. And if you scroll down to rates and fees, and you scroll down a little more to the offer terms, you can see there's no language here that states, oh, if you had the card once per lifetime, all those different things. So we know this is the correct link and the right offer. So now, yeah, we'll fill out the information and we'll be right back. All right. Okay, so she filled out all the info, and what do you think is going to happen?
Oh, I'm getting approved. I'm getting approved.
So once again, 130,000 points, free night award. Okay, let's hit agree. Hey, you want to do the honors?
I'll do the honors. All right, ready? Doop.
We were reviewing. What are your thoughts? What are you feeling right now?
I think it's taking a little long.
It's only been a second.
It's taking a little bit long.
Imagine you get denied for this. We both have not applied for a card in a couple of years.
Request additional card.
So you can just hit skip at the bottom. We're reviewing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Let's go. What'd I say? What did I say?
Nice. So actually, now it's interesting. It's because we haven't applied for a while. It says, so good news, you're approved. There's been no impact to your credit score up to this point. If you choose to accept the card, then there might be an impact to your credit score, but it's usually a soft pull anyway.
Yeah.
So do you accept the card or withdraw the application?
You know what? I don't think I want this anymore. No, let's accept it.
All right. Only if you want to. I think it'll be good. We haven't applied for so long. I thought about it. I was like, should we get this? Is there other things? But I don't know if there's anything else right now that would offer the same return.
Ink.
Yeah, I don't think we can get that anymore.
They didn't want me.
Cool. There you go. Congrats. And now we can get the card
Yay.
number now. So
Okay.
we'll actually do that. But you don't have to click that now.
I'm gonna click it. I want to show everybody.
So if you want to learn more about the Hilton Surpass card and how you actually can get a lot more value out of all the little things I talked about in this video, check out the top video right here. And then if you want to learn more about the timeshares and where I quite literally just an hour before our wedding went to a timeshare presentation.
I forgot that you did that.
Yeah.
The morning we got married, he went to a timeshare meeting, and I didn't have to go because I wasn't his wife yet.
Hey, points are points. So thank you guys for being here at the end. I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks so much. All right, take care.